And that's Perez Musik with Hewale Lala. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good, Andy.
Nice.
You're looking good too.
Thank you. Thank you. You too. How was the UK?
Oh, UK was good. UK was good. It was actually very worth it.
You know, there's something I'm not very comfortable with. For a minute, I was just asking myself, why do I still call you Perez Musik? I mean, I'm supposed to mention some if you're doing something like.
Okay, you could.
No, wait. What's your real name?
My real name is Frank Tego.
Frank Tego.
Yes, and my local, let me say, my fiedin is Neokai.
So you are gone.
I'm gone. Typical. Like,
where are you from?
I'm from Bese.
Where's Bese?
Jamestown.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Timmy Crew.
So do you go to your village?
Which village? This is my village.
This is your village.
Yeah.
You go to your hometown.
I go to my city actually.
No, but you visit there. Do you have a house? For example,
there's a
we go to our hometowns. We go to the village and we say, "Charlie, this is our home. This is like our home."
Yeah. So that's the basic. So when you go to Jamestown, there are like houses. Everybody in the house there's Bese, there's Asere, there's Otublun.
Oh.
Yes, but I'm from Bese.
That's supposed to be like a clan. I know the Bese Manche.
Yeah.
I think I know the Bese Manche.
Yeah. Nia you want to? Oh, I think so. Yeah.
I think I know him. Oh wow. Good to be back. It is like your other home. But we've not seen you in a while.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I'm working, still in the studio. You know, sometimes you just need to know how to withdraw, stay back, work, rejuvenate, and then you come back.
Ah.
Yeah. But I've been on the road. I've been ministering in churches. I've been on events. I've just been off radio for a while.
Why?
Like I said, I was just trying to, put things together.
Well, yeah, if you want to put things together, how does that deter you?
I mean, usually when you go on radio, it has to you need to maybe like a song or there's an agenda. You're pushing a particular thing, and I wasn't really active in that aspect. I was doing more of people engagement. Like in terms of stage performances, more one-on-one, getting to like. Connect with the people on the ground because for a time they were hearing of me more on radio.
Yep.
Yes. So now I needed to also go on the grounds and sometimes combining both could be.
At a point, I'll wake up every morning on every WhatsApp status. It was Hewale Lala. Yeah. It was like, did you see them? Did you see them?
I get
constantly.
Yeah.
What was there an intentional activation?
No. Well, I did some intentional activation, but I think that on a greater scale, I think it was just the grace of God that just carried it because people really personalized the song. People still do. Like, I mean, the song, I released it in 2022.
Ah.
Yes, but it became like people really got onto it around 2023. Onwards to this year, and I'm grateful. I think it was more of the grace of God. Just
what did you do specially to enhance that?
What did I do specially? Like you said, I followed up. I was in radio. I had my concerts. I tried to also connect with the people. Have some personal relationships with a few people as well, and also be visible. Put the face behind the music. Because when I released Blimatessa, people knew Blimatessa, but they didn't really.
I remember the first time I heard Blimatessa. I was in a board meeting.
Yeah.
Then they played the song. Like, who the hell is this? Who introduced me? Was it Roland or I think it was Robert?
Oh, okay.
Robert said, "Listen to this guy." I'm like, who that is? I said, listen. Like, oh, wow, that guy can really sing. But he's singing in Ghana. What is Blimatessa and what? Then came Hewalela and said, "Can this guy sing in any other language?"
But what's wrong with singing?
No, I'm not saying it's wrong. However, I was trying to comprehend. So I'm looking at it on a lighter side where something I can easily sing along without asking us to sing.
I understand.
Uh-huh.
I understand.
Because if I have to listen to a Daughters of Glorious Jesus song or an Adani Best who sings in Ga, yet would find it quite easier to break it down because somewhere, somehow,
Put some cheese on
yeah, exactly my point.
Right.
But here is a predominantly Ga song, and the guy sang on and sang, but I was just enjoying it with the production, the composition that caught my attention. Like
melody.
Okay, the melody, simply amazing. What are you doing? Go ahead.
Can I ask you a question? So I'm still trying to understand and figure out how the likes of even Chaka Chaka, Magic System, Awilo, Freddie Mayweather.
That's right. We'll break through.
Yes, and it was in multiple African countries.
Right.
You know, their hits were continental, and Freddie Mayweather sang. Okay, his music has a little bit of Nzima in it, right. So, but these are languages that we don't really speak. But these songs were massive. They were global.
Okay, what's the question?
So I'm trying to figure out what the secret is. And why can't we? Because I don't understand why an artist maybe in a northern region who speaks Dagomba should not have his music cross over to Accra. Like we have the likes of Riala, we have.
I want to say something, but I'm scared I'll be in the headlines.
maybe you should. They can start a conversation.
Technology is a gift and a curse.
Right.
Do you know why?
Explain, please.
Okay. Oh, Martinez is here. Morning.
Good morning, boys.
You know, back in the day, we'll go to Rivoli or Rex and we'll go and watch Diwa and Shankar. We never understood anything they said. All the songs they sang, Jimmy, Jimmy, Acha, Acha. We didn't know whatever they were singing, yet we enjoyed it anyway. Sometimes we even sing along, Jangum, Menkum, Shaka, and what. We will sing along without knowing, yet we enjoyed the melody. It was the melodies, that's all. Who knew what Brenda Fassie and Vuli Lenla and... It was just the melody. If you sang Blematasa and I didn't know what you were saying, yet it caught my attention, it was the melody. It was the rhythm. It was the production. But the problem now is for a better word, proliferation.
Right.
A lot of songs come. Look, you are getting 1 million songs out in a day. I mean, check with the DSPs, check with streaming platforms. I'm only exaggerating, but
No,
I mean,
not.
like,
I don't think you are.
Well, someone may argue 1 million, but yes, I mean,
On a global scale.
Global scale.
It's possible.
a gazillion songs coming out in a day. Sometimes it's very difficult for you to choose. Now, the musician becomes very unlucky compared to back in the day that a Freddie Mayweather would put out a song and just few musicians that were out there, and it would be very easy for you to listen to a whole album without getting tired. Now you listen to one song, if it's not good, second song is not good, I would not even bother listening to the third song. I'm moving on to listening to Martinez's album. Right. I'm done. Right. Why should I waste time listening to you? Because there are choices, there are alternatives. I don't have time for 50 Cent said. He said, look, now you listen to an album, someone listens to track 1, track 2. Why should I even bother going to track 3? I'm done.
Waste of time.
Waste of time. So now crossing borders is quite difficult.
It is.
Especially if you don't have a heavy machinery like a record label that has
the links and the resources
and the bulk colossal
I
amount.
Yes, right. I think you're right. I think you're very right, because gone were the days the medium of distribution was very limited. You know, you need to buy a physical cassette or buy a physical record.
That's right.
And you will not spend time. You will not want to spend time changing cassettes, changing CDs, or changing records. You can slot it in and listen and enjoy a whole album. But now, because of the DSP, the streaming platforms, you can actually put on a playlist and listen to songs from different artists at the same time. So you would want to get the favorites of each artist. It looks like I'm the one doing the interview. So let me ask. Would you say,
no, I'm enjoying it.
Would you say that it's more reasonable for an artist to focus on releasing singles than committing to working on albums?
Now?
Yes.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, because I've had this argument with Bulldog here over and over.
So you say yes because the artist needs a
repertoire.
A repertoire.
Yes,
you need a portfolio.
That's right.
Yeah, but you say no because
it's difficult.
It's difficult to sustain.
Yes. It's difficult. Now you have an album, right?
Yeah, I have a couple of them. I have about 3 of them, 3 albums out so far, and I have a new one out.
Is it difficult selling?
Yes, it's actually difficult selling the album. But singles move better.
So why don't you adopt the Coldplay or the American style? These rock bands that will release a 12-track album. A 12-track album releasing singles from January. Every month they release a single.
One single? Yeah.
Single every month. Every month. By December, they release their last song.
Then they drop the
and
album.
Then
drop a concert.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It can be done.
That's a nice strategy.
Yes, however, you need money to do it.
You need
you are now. Maza.
If you release...
These people, we are giving them props. The Nigerians, they are even struggling. Nigeria. I'm telling you, even the Nigerians are struggling because very few of them are shining. If I ask you to mention top most Nigerian artists, you give me about 5. Mention them.
Wizkid, Davido,
Burna Boy.
3.
Rema.
4.
Tiwa is there.
Something that's supposed
Even
to come, even with the 5. But look at how all of a sudden you're
because
struggling.
I'm not really so familiar with them.
No, it's
I know
not just
them
about
on the surface.
For me, I know them on the surface.
Yeah.
Because if you ask me to mention top 5, these will be the same names that will come up.
And they've been there for like the past 5 to 6
That's
years.
right.
Or, no, 10 years actually.
Meanwhile, someone
Decade.
in Nigeria is making serious waves. Serious waves. Because look, if you come to Ghana or if you go to Nigeria and you ask them, shall I mention top 5 Ghanaian artists? And they mention, let's say,
VIP, TikTok. They'll mention Sarkodie.
Okay.
And
R2Bs.
R2Bs. What? How many have you mentioned? 4.
And it's amazing how VIP has not really been
relevant.
Not relevant, active, but they are still. When you go to Nigeria, they still mention them as.
That's what I'm saying. They're relevant there. Yeah.
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? In this case, someone's here. For example, a Kelvin boy is doing so well here, but in Nigeria, someone may never know him. Same way, someone may be doing so well in Nigeria, we may not know him here. I don't know if my argument is yeah.
In Nigeria, I know an artist can hit in the States and he's fine. Just in the States, like let's say Lagos State, he's only known in Lagos or Anambra. He's a big, huge artist there, and he's okay because the state alone is like a whole country.
That's right. That's right.
But we don't have that.
That's right. So you have a new album.
It was a new single.
It is a single,
right? Of
the new album.
No, this is a single after the album.
After the album.
Yes.
Really? But why have you released? Okay, how long had the album been?
Close to 8 months.
Why were you not satisfied with the album?
Okay, so I was, but as an artist, I also feel like I don't want to be boxed in the rhetoric where release one song, follow the song. No, I believe that I need to continue to feed by the people. And you know what we do as Christians goes beyond the business of music. It's a message we are sending across. So if I have a message to put across, I think I would want to put that message across. You know, so whoever's listening to my music has options. You know.
But you mentioned you have to give it to them. In this case, was there any heavy demand
For
even after an album, even after an album's release?
Andy, there's always demand. There's always demand.
How do they reach you with their demands?
You see your numbers. You see your numbers. You interact with the numbers. You know
by
what's
way
going
of
on.
decline.
Whether decline or even sometimes it's actually not within a decline. Sometimes when you're actually ascending, you still need to put some work out there. It depends on like where the trajectory is. It depends on how things are going. It doesn't need to take just a decline. You need to, and sometimes you need to follow your guts.
I see. Now you have a new song out, and you released it on your birthday. I remember premiering it here. Well, Mini Murphy, again, there's another Ghana song. Oh.
This one is typical Ghana.
But of course, all of them are typical Ghana songs.
No, but you see, Blematessa has a bit of English.
Okay.
Hewanlala has a bit of English. Yes, but this one there, the English is just
do people complain?
Complain? No. Okay, people, I don't want to say complain. People
Well, some complaints are good. Uh-huh.
They find it
But
challenging.
you see, complaints are good. Some of them are good.
Yes.
Not
But
all
Andy,
complaints
I
are
have
bad.
I have 3 songs. I have 3 songs, but
But your hit songs are good.
yes.
Uh-huh.
You know what made me stop writing 3 songs?
Right.
It made me slow down in writing 3 songs. Somebody heard my house say, "Hey, Trini, there, how can I say like your accent? You know, we can hear that we're in Ukrainian up." So I think it discouraged me a bit. But I have 3 songs.
But why don't you have anyone you consult?
No, not in terms of the writing.
You've invited me to your studio
Yes.
to work on certain songs.
Yes, not in terms of the writing. In terms of the tonation, the speaking of the
that's what I'm
language.
saying. Yeah, you need to consult.
See,
I've had calls. And you're bad, but I've had calls from people. I remember there was a time Stoneboy would call me. Adam would call me, and they would ask questions.
I have people. You know the funny thing?
What?
My entire team is full of 3 people.
Okay.
My singers, they don't even speak. Most of them don't even speak Ga.
Yes, they sing it with you.
The number of people who speak Ga in my team, it's just 1 or 2. Be Gifty and Eddie. Yes. And then my drummer. And then my bassist. He's traveled now. But the rest of the team.
Are you looking for one?
Oh, we already have one. But he Kwaba, so he's still. And like I have a lot of trees and a lot of Ewe people in my team who don't even understand the Ga. But and I also see it as a way of promoting the culture as well, you know, promoting the culture and you know, making and also encouraging other artists. For me, I also see like that, you know, the fact that you don't speak a particular language does not mean that you cannot express it's difficult. It's difficult, and it depends on where you're coming from and the perspective with which, or the mindset with which, the motive behind what you're doing. So yeah, I do 3 songs. I have some 3 songs. I have a 3 song with Effie Grace. Aseda. And I have a 3 song Ayeyinyom that I wrote, and I have Amen. You know, Amen is also in 3.
Now I've seen quite a number of features you're doing. We're all waiting for that feature with Joe Metal. We've been waiting. I think it's will it ever happen?
Oh well, when it has to.
I know that certain features will never ever happen. For example, Kojemji Daddy Lumba. I mean, people have been waiting all their lives. People have been waiting all their lives. Actually, that collaboration with Daddy Lumba
would be aware.
Huh?
They are aware we are waiting for them.
Oh, of course, yes.
Shut up, Stoneboy.
I've done interviews with Kojemji. I've asked him when that collaboration with Daddy Lumba is coming on. And Kojemji will say, "Oh, Ebebash."
Now what did you say?
Massive.
Daddy Lumba will tell you, "Oh, only him say, and you only baby. Let me get some chill." I said, "Because you're making some poems, because stage we and then you may chassis." Oh, no, me don't you me
As I said, yeah.
Oh, that one there, I don't know.
Also suggested for
That way.
Wedding. Like the 2 dancehall artists in this country. That one there. It would
I
be an
know.
earthquake.
When the devil says on the right side of Jesus.
But that's a man.
Oh, shut up.
Gospel for the may come on. But that's a man and Nasi
No,
collaboration.
no need your metal.
Oh, no problem.
It's possible. It's possible.
Sonny Badu mentioned you as someone we should hold dearly. The last time, not he came here not long ago. Prior to that, I had done an interview with him on my TV show, and he said, "That boy, Perez, Charlie, you guys should hold him dearly." Like, really say, "Hey, that boy." Is there any possible collaboration?
Yeah, of course. First of all, I want to say a very big thank you. Good morning to Dr. Sonny Badu, and I'm very grateful because your platform was the only platform he said or he spoke those heavy words and accolades on, and we talk. We talk we chat on WhatsApp sometimes, and he's been like so encouraging. Like, you know, sometimes somebody tell you that he calls me Nee.
Okay.
So he says, Nee, don't mind them. Keep doing it, keep pushing. Like, I mean, he encourages me a lot, and he tells me he's been in the industry, he understands what's going on, and he gives me one or two guidelines, and I'm always grateful. Like, sometimes when I hit certain challenges, I text him. And we talk. So I'm sure it's possible. It's very possible.
Speaking of challenges, if you are in heavy trouble, who do you call?
Heavy trouble. In terms of like in the industry?
Yes.
In the industry, who do I call from? For now, one person that has become a backbone for me that I can call on, I think Mr. Coleman.
Who's that?
He's Mr. Robert Coleman. I don't know if you know him. He does most of the AstroTurfs.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been like a father to me lately. Very resourceful person, and I think if I have to call somebody, you'll be the person.
In your industry, in our industry,
right?
Do you have a friend?
I have a couple. But it depends on what kind of friendship you're talking about.
Someone you can call on when you have trouble?
I think you have to be somebody within my team.
And so the person is in your team?
No. So I'm a very conserved person. I have a very close circle and a very small circle. Yeah. So I know where I'm coming from, and I'm very, very careful.
Do you think people don't like you?
No, people don't like me. I think I'm a bit different. I'm a bit different as to how I do my things, as to how I approach things. So it doesn't sit with the norm. So, and that's fine.
Do you see yourself as a difficult character?
No, I don't think I'm difficult. I think I'm very affable.
I see.
Yeah.
Listeners, we are live on Hits 103.9.
But Andy, why do you ask?
Oh, I'm asking because, well, you know, people talk. Again, certain questions that I don't get to ask a lot of gospel musicians. You know, some people, you have interviews with them, they go behind you and they say certain things like, you weren't too nice. And
no, I think you're just
there are some people who are like, that's my guy. I can talk to, and we finish. We can fight on air, finish, go and eat fufu, and we're good. you feel me? So
well, one person that has really been of great help to me also in this industry is Nasi.
Okay.
In terms of like being a father figure. I mean, I entered the UK because Nasi made it possible, and that was my first time.
Oh.
Yes, and it was through his manager Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, another great brother.
Jebana. Osofuba.
Yes.
Oyakwala Boni.
Oh, Jebana Oyakwala Pao. So
he's going to send me a message right now.
In terms of that, when you're talking about this industry, somebody that I think I can call or I can trust, I'll say is Nasi. Yes.
How come you're not working with him?
Oh, working with him Nasi has been ever since he did Asida. He's been like really busy. Hardly spends time in the studio. In UK, we spoke about possible works and things, and I remember contacting Nasi several years ago to work on something. So I mean, it's highly possible. I'm sure everybody's wondering why we are laughing.
Guys, are you on Facebook? Listeners, are you watching us on Facebook?
But it's good.
Nipa ben kura na mo de na ba fia.
So, support your own.
But Andy, I mean, based on the questions that you've asked me, I've had people say, like somebody actually told me they almost say Perez there on Penny Pemu. Like, I grew up a lone child. I'm the only child of my mom.
Ah,
yes. So
that explains.
I have I have been that kind of person, even from my school days. I come from school. I'm in my room. You know, me go football, boys, and now you go my video city, I go game. You go game, and when I come back, it's me and my mom. I'm back in my space. So when we meet, we will vibe, we will talk. I am there, present, like in the present. I'll be there. We will have a conversation and everything. But hardly say me two cars, say me bo be fear, and now me continue be fear. Or no, it's. I'm a very conserved person. That's my nature. Maybe I need to work on it.
One shut down throw.
What's the meaning of that?
You see, you sing guy in your songs. One shut down throw. What's the meaning of that?
I don't.
You
Now explain for me. Explain it to me.
Kwame che anymore.
One shut down
When I'm
throw.
at bro for one shut down throw. You can say Obi was throw. What you say?
You
Galavant?
No, you get
Shadi or
out of
Shadi
hand,
Galavant.
so, as in your character gets out of hand. You become recalcitrant.
Oh, me? At the point, in a way, I mean, because my mom kept me in for a very long time. When I got to SS and I got the opportunity to explore,
Yeah,
It's
you.
yeah. But even that, I usually go out by myself.
But you didn't become a recalcitrant.
Some people may tell you differently.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people had that perception about me because they couldn't figure me out.
Really?
Yes. They couldn't figure me out. So
You know, you know the reason I asked, because, well, most of these gospel musicians have a lot of testimonies. Oh, I used to smoke. I used to drink.
I used to do all those things.
You're kidding.
Oh yes, I used to. But I've told you before on the Wavy.
And I'm Rafi.
Oh, I used to you kind of saying it's a club na Indigo.
Right.
Yeah, honeymoon. I remember that was the first time I touched cigarette. I remember very well because I know where we were standing.
Now the job to Sarigi.
No. It was an SS. It was an SS secondary school. So that was when and for like 10, 11 years.
Oh, what?
Yes.
At 10, 11 years?
No. I mean like for that long, for that number of years. Okay. Yes, I was on the streets. But even so, I only had one group of friends. Like now, my friend from those days is still my best friend. He's also called Frank. We've been friends since then, and like he's the only person. Other than that, and when we hang out, we'll hang out with him and his friends.
Right.
Yes.
And so you become a bit distant. Okay.
So, and usually when I'm going out, I go out by myself. So people hardly could figure me out.
Before we listen to your song, your new song, Minimafe, when was that turning point? How did you realize, or when did you decide to drop the odd behaviors or the
unnecessary excesses,
ungodly behaviors?
So for me, the truth is, it started with a heartbreak. And you don't laugh at me.
Oh no!
At that point, it was very painful.
No, because
it was very, 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 very painful. I've never told the story before, but I'll say it without mentioning names. Somebody in the industry was hitting on my girlfriend back then. I brought the person to the office.
Was hitting or hating?
Actually, I brought the person to my girlfriend came to visit me in the office.
Right.
But Danny Mitchell or J Girl the number. The next thing I knew, they were talking.
Okay.
So, and this was somebody that was my buddy. That's why I don't really make friends with buddy. So we went out someday and he gave me his phone to make a call. Then I saw my girlfriend's DP pop up.
Jesus.
And I opened it, I'm like, yo. And I just gave the phone back to him and I went home. I didn't say anything to him. I just left and I went home. So that broken heart.
On your way, you were crying.
And the unzu.
Chaladi, Edu odi aubu.
Anga unzu.
Hey, Me pa obi aje me girl me nam kwa ho amusu.
Oh.
I'm sure she's listening and laughing. We talk.
You and the lady
Oh,
talk.
we talk. I mean, we were young, but now we talk and we laugh. We say
And
we
this
were-
guy, was he a TV presenter?
TV
presenter. And so how can I answer me call?
I'm sure I've told you privately before.
No, me yes sure. No. But as how can I know? Me the man do kwase me the man shed this side.
And if I say,
Station what this as a
this your main movie I got this side.
oh my movie on.
Yeah. But yeah, interesting. So yeah, and then
Investigations. Yeah, we were born investigators.
I was also in the media for a
Yes,
long time.
and to
So
work
I
on
went to
other-
NAFTI, right? So this was something like right after NAFTI. Now Miami National Service yeah, like I started working. Yeah.
You worked with Media General.
Media
and you
General
worked-
was the last place
was the
I
last.
worked. It's
Right
okay,
after
don't-
NAFTI, where
don't
did you
go
work?
back. No, I won't
No,
tell
no,
you.
no.
If I tell you where.
Oh
it is-
no! I forget the guy.
Okay, so I went to GH1.
All right.
I was at GH1 for a
Right.
while. Yeah.
It's your friend, man. I heard about it now. See, because of Opesadi and
Class says he knows the person.
Robert Clown.
Yeah, Robert was around that time. So I can say he knows the person. You know him.
So yeah, because of that broken heart, you pray to God. And
No, so it was the beginning for me, and I just came to a realization that this lifestyle is not satisfying, because you drink the next time you want another drink,
right.
you smoke the next time you want another hit. Like it's like you are never.
But
satisfied.
you had only one girlfriend,
And no, at that time.
right? How many were
So
there?
that means that I'm your papa, sir.
Na
But by the grace of God,
obi aje baako ana de wadwa.
no, I'm feeling.
I no feeling.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's as well.
Yo, Philip.
Yeah.
Also
And
the
so-
other I know.
Yeah, them.
Now where them who doesn't know your girlfriend? The only go jana set theater. Obi yire na go jana set theater. Ube jana say you won't see a girlfriend. The lady reached out to me yesterday, and I have videos to prove it.
Yesterday?
Yes.
Kwame, are you aware?
If Master, you force me, I'll put it out right now. In fact, listeners, get on Facebook.
I can say.
Yes.
Me, I-
And he was forcing the lady to drink. Forcing her to drink.
Oh, yes.
So forcing me.
Have you been a Kumawood story writer before?
Yes.
Where is this coming from?
Listeners, let's enjoy Mini Mafia. Let's finish with Robert. We'll deal with this issue. In fact, today, no story. We are not discussing anything. We have to discuss how Adam will force a lady to drink.
It's very important.
Yes.
Water.
Water.
Concoction.
Hey, Charlie, I'm reading some of the comments on Facebook. People are very much interested in the Bukia story. Eh? Charlie. Charlie, can you imagine? No, be a Jimmy girl, pa, no, me nam kwa. Na me call, ready to me, pampity.
It was the longest walk.
Hey, Charlie, if you ask me that make I walk from here to Aveno, it go be problem. I walk from like here to Kaswa without knowing 7 of kwa.
No, they see the work.
But
You know what I tell the guy? I say, whoa. I didn't have a car that time. Would I so walk car now? There, be the bicycle that make you get out there.
Yeah, Papa.
Make a yana me so. Who the obo? Hey,
But I don't know you.
go for that, Suji.
I told some chanda. Compare serious, baby.
Then go for Jia.
Now, so Aji.
And you Aji Bidana.
Oh. Come on. The Ashanti say, Shunshuma, the Equestros.
Say I'm a Kwame.
Listeners, let's enjoy new music from Perez. Clap for yourselves. Why are they not clapping? Clap for yourselves, everyone. Clap for yourselves. Okay. That's nice. Wow. That's a nice song. Charlie, but when you made do? No, for real, when you made that? When you made that?
Yeah, I don't.
I'm waiting for. What happened to the songs we were working on?
They're still there.
Yeah, release it.
I remember.
Or you want us to finish it?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, I'll come. This guy invited me to his studio, and the kind of songs I was listening to, ooh, Charlie, But as on you're satisfied with, I didn't. But that why so insatiable. Yeah. Anyway, Martinez. I'm sure he has to leave. Adam Adimba. Good morning to you, AC Holloman. AC, how you doing, darling? She's beautiful. She says, I can't stop laughing. You didn't answer if you've snatched someone's girlfriend. AC, why are you so interested in that?
That's
Oh, but I've not snatched him. Just 2 times.
Maybe you were not aware.
Thank you. Go ahead.
yeah. As usual, Perez never disappoints, and gradually, I think you've become a standard. And you know there are artists that when they release, you don't have to doubt whether the song will.
Music.
Yes, when they release music, you don't have to doubt whether it's nice or not.
Okay, I will appreciate it if you.
Yeah, so
Because his
you
time is
become
up.
one of those artists. I mean, whenever we hear Perez has released a song, automatically you know it's a jam. And even with the guy, I mean, it's very sweet, it's very melodious when you sing with it. I remember back in the days, Jude Lomote has a big song, Ebafe. It was almost on every playlist.
I think I met him recently.
Jude?
Yeah.
Wow.
At Codes for now.
Okay.
Oh.
So
I think Newkind introduced me to him or him to me.
okay.
It was an
So with the
introduction.
language itself, it's really nice, and I like the direction you are always towing. Congratulations on the new release.
Thank you. Thank you.
Adam, as I said earlier, because of time,
Bonkule, me, I have the shortest question.
you're asking questions.
It's not
Shortest.
it's not Bankule.
Oh,
It's Bonkule.
okay. So
Enyawa.
I want you to tell us, I mean, those who are listening are not God, what is the message in the song?
So it's just me telling God that in Kenya no anka, I don't know what I would have done in my life.
Kenya
If not for
Bonkule.
God. KJ Bonkule and Kenya wanka. I wouldn't know. Yes. Bonkule.
Please, you heard it.
Nya Bankule.
Upe Benku too much, and Bankule.
Nana Sai Gideon, he says, I think Perez is the King Promise version of the gospel fraternity, Charlie.
King Promise.
Kwame.
Now say me.
Annie,
What's it? Perez.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, can voice. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Akwanye.
Annie Dusty. You know who introduced Perez to me? Robert Clark.
Yeah, me too.
We went for George Quay's father's funeral
Right.
when we were seated at that place, you know, eating and drinking water.
In the house.
Yes, in the house.
Right.
And then you mentioned that, you know, this guy, Charlie, watch out for him. So I went to do some research about him. Then soon after, he was just rising and releasing hit songs, and today he's here. I'm just happy with how far he's come. You know, if you listen to his story, what he's gone through till now, and the quality of music he releases. You listen to his songs, and he doesn't come across like somebody who just goes into the studio to record a song. You know, a lot goes into his production. And if you are somebody who loves music, you want to appreciate all the elements of music, you like his songs, because beyond the language, if you are a lover of just instrumentation, you might get closer to his songs and then enjoy them. But
Right.
there's a question that, you know, always lingers on the minds of people. And when Robert came in here, he was talking about, is language still a universal? Is language still a barrier to music promotion? You do a lot of your songs, or mostly in Ga, and somebody might say, as a gospel musician who is propagating the gospel, you know, through music, do you think sometimes you are restricted in your reach because of your language?
Truth is yes. No two ways about that. Like undoubtedly so. There's a bit of restriction because of the language. Most of the people say, "Oh, and I also know that if there was understanding, probably it would go further than it's going. But I also believe in time, and I also believe that as an artist, I'm growing, I am learning, I am absorbing, and what's the word? I'm learning. That's the best way to explain it. So we might get there.
I love that.
Right.
Sorry, I beg you, just 1 minute. So Niso, your brother Niso, who's also a gospel musician, one time he said something about the fact that artists should not be focused on reaching everybody in the world.
Exactly.
It's about target audience. So if you want to serve this target audience, I think there is nothing wrong with that.
I always tell like young artists, when like relatively younger artists, because I'm in certain years, and when they come around, I tell them that listen, you don't need the whole world to hear your song.
Yeah.
Those 1K followers you have on Instagram, those 1K subscribers you have on YouTube, when you release a song, you are able to release a song and get 1,000 people to listen to it. That's a market. Those people are they are your loyalists. Those are your base. Focus on them, like feed them, be consistent, constantly be feeding them, and grow with them. You don't need the whole world to hear your song.
Target matters.
Yeah, so like niche marketing, I always tell them that.
The monetary aspect matters.
Yes, don't compare yourself. Like somebody has 1 million views, somebody had 1 million followers. That's your 10K followers. If you are able to manage them properly, you'll be amazed the doors that will open for you.
I hear your... Okay. You want to say something?
Yeah, mine is very, very brief.
Right, thank you.
You asked him a question about how producing music and whether it was supposed to be like early and quick and stuff like that. And he said no, it's taken 8 months because usually it has to have message. So message really is important. Yeah. All I'm trying to say is this: if message is important, then you should think about translation. You should think about how people are able to derive the meaning of the things that he's carrying in his song, really.
Yes, sir.
And that would mean if that really is his focus, you'd realize that you begin to think about using other languages as well.
Yes, sir.